everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is the first of its kind actually, and I wanted to put it out ASAP because I thought I'd put my vlogs later, but this needs to go out because a lot of people are asking me so many questions about my visa interview. What better platform than YouTube? Anyways, so let me speak about my the whole thing from biometrics to my interview and how it went. So I got my date in the month of July. That's on the 8th and 9th of July in New Delhi. I stay in Bangalore, but I had to travel here because there are no slots available anywhere. So the first thing is, if you get any slot anywhere, just take it. Don't be very particular about a specific place because right now getting slots are so hard. And trust me, when you stand in front of the visa office, when you stand in front of the embassy, you know how many people are there from all over India just trying to get one slot and just trying to get their visa approved on that day. So just take a slot wherever, whenever, before your start date, and just get your visa in hand before you leave. So I went for my biometrics on the 8th of July. It was actually very easy. It was scheduled at 8:30 in the morning. So immediately I walked in. They just verified my DS-160 and my passport, and they let me inside. So once they let me in, there's just mandatory checking. So they just frisk you and not allowed to carry any pen drives as such, which I by mistake did, and I'll tell you what happened with me. So I happened to like finish everything and go down to the visa application center where we have to actually go give our biometrics and be done for the day. So I went in, everything happened. They verified my information, my DS-160 and my they didn't check my service fee actually, but DS-160 was verified, and you need to carry your appointment confirmation because your MRV fees is right there. So they scan that, so you need to have it and make sure you print it out very well because that barcode needs to be very visible. So after that, you move to a next counter where they put a sticker on your passport, and that sticker will tell you whether you're going to receive your passport through that express delivery, or you're just going to come back and collect it. You enter the building, you enter inside. This is the whole place where you have a lot of cabins separated. It's separated from you by like a glass wall. So you have these cabins and you need to go sit in front of them. There they take your picture for your visa, and also there is where you give your biometrics, like your fingerprints and all of that. So all 10 fingerprints should be given, and that's it. It's actually very simple. They'll ask you to read a pledge that will be just given there to you. You'll have to read it in your mind, not aloud, and that's it. And they'll ask you your name, your date of birth. It's as simple as that. It's very easy. There's nothing to be nervous about. But here's the thing, you need to be dressed up very well. Let me tell you, because when you are dressed up, everything is a piece of cake, because your dressing speaks so much about your personality. Especially when you're like formally dressed, you feel very powerful, right? So just be well dressed. You don't have to wear suits, you don't have to wear all those blazers and stuff, but just make sure you look very presentable. Your hair is neatly groomed. If you're a girl, just make sure your face is like very presentable, put together. Just put in some extra effort because you are noticed from the day of your OFC till the day of your interview. Be focused. Just look at your assigned counter. Just look around sometimes and just figure out what is where, and that's it. Don't aimlessly look around people, and also avoid having conversations with people inside the embassy because you are there to get your visa. Just go get it and come back. Just don't go and have a conversation with other people seated in front of you or beside you, because trust me, you are noticed thoroughly. And now that's the biometrics process. They just stamp your DS-160. They tick your DS-160. They just verify your information and such. You need to take that, and that is the only document you need to carry for your visa interview. So that DS-160 is what you need to carry for your visa interview. And now, coming to my actual visa interview process. So my biometrics went very peacefully. Yeah, I was actually very nervous that time, but that's okay. Like, I got done with it, came back, prepared for my visa interview, and the next day. So in Delhi, the embassies, it's in this embassy park, okay? So you have all the countries' embassies in that particular place, and there is no parking, okay? In that specific area, there is no parking. So please reach there well in time, like well before time, and wait in the waiting area, but don't be late. So there are specific time slots, and the gates will open then. You are allowed to go inside. You cannot carry any electronics. In case you do, you need to deposit them at the locker. But in my case, I just handed it over to my mom, and she had all my belongings, okay? Don't wear your smartwatches, and just avoid, if you're wearing a belt, please make sure it's easy to open and it's just very easy to handle. So everything is done, you enter, they, you know, check you, no carrying pen drives and anything. In my biometrics, accidentally I carried a pen drive inside, and I remembered right before I entered. So I had to get my sticker removed on the passport, and then again, that was a huge process. So just avoid taking any electronics with you inside the consulate. No smartwatches as well, remember that. So once the checking was done, you are allowed to enter the embassy. Now, you know, there's a spot there in the Delhi embassy, that is where you need to wait, and there you are checked, and again you are checked inside. Okay, so you finish the checking here, you cross the road, you stand in a waiting counter where they scan your passport. After that is verified is when they let you into the actual embassy. So this is the time where all of us are so nervous. That small walk is like the hardest walk of your life, okay? So that's what happened to me. I walked in. There was just a basic checking. I carried a Harmonium folder with me. It's like, you know, has segregations, and you can place your documents accordingly and just mark them, so you know, and you're not struggling to, you know, find which document. So you can just take it out and give it to them in case they ask. In most cases they don't, but in case they do, you have it. So that is what happened. I entered. I was supposed to keep all my folders and whatever I carried into a tray, and that was going to be scanned. Okay, that was done, and later we enter where we're allowed to, you know, sit in rows. We are made to sit in like different rows. So I got into the second row, and I was a second person. So one by one, each row is let into the, you know, actual consulate room, and once we enter there, that's where the entire interview process happens. Now the best part is you can sit there for some time until your turn comes, and since there's a lot of since it's happening during the pandemic, there's a lot of you know, safety protocols followed. There's social distancing well and maintained. Outside the consulate it's not really maintained, but inside you are allotted specific places to stand in, and you can't overstep that. So keep that in mind, and just carry a sanitizer. That's allowed. You can carry a sanitizer, you can carry a box of, like, you know, a packet of tissues if you want, and that's perfect. After that, you are made to sit inside that interview space. That is the most nerve-wracking time of your life, okay? So you are seeing people getting accepted, rejected. I personally saw 2 people getting rejected in front of me, and unfortunately that counter was my counter as well. So it's like 3 people have to wait in one, you know, just 3 people need to wait in that line. So yeah, that was my thing. I was at counter number 15. My visa officer was a very, very, very nice man. He was very friendly as well. So now it was my turn to speak. I took my folder. I was wearing formals that day, not a suit and stuff, but I was wearing like a formal black dress. It was very simple, neat and clean shoes, hair well groomed. I'll pop in a picture, you can see it. So yeah, I was just wearing that. I entered, I kept my folder on the table. He asked me to, there's a counter, okay, you can keep your folder, and you're separated by a glass wall. So he can speak to you with a mic, but you don't have a mic, so you need to make sure that you are audible. So be quite loud and crisp. It's okay even if people hear you, okay? So this was my whole experience. I went in, and then he asked me basic questions such as, where are you headed? I told him, like, you know, those in my experience, I would say, and actually my opinion is, don't just give one-line answers, okay? Just have a conversation with them. And when he asked me, for example, he asked me, where are you headed? I said, hi officer, I am going to Stevens Institute of Technology, which is at New Jersey, to pursue my Masters of Science in Business Intelligence and Analytics. So, you know, you have some content. So just have a conversation with them. To verify again, he asked me, so which course are you taking? And I just told him that, as mentioned, I'm taking my Masters of Science in Business Intelligence and Analytics, which was pretty chill. He was like, okay, like he understood. And for the most of it, he maintained eye contact with me, okay? So he wasn't typing as much, but he didn't even check my I-20 also. He just had my passport in his hand and my I-20 in his other hand, okay? So he asked me, who's funding you? Before that, he asked me if I have any prior experience in this entire business intelligence and analytics field, which I did. So I mentioned that to him, and he asked me my sponsors. I mentioned that as well. And then after that, he asked me the source of my income, like source of my family's income, which I mentioned, and it was that smooth. There's nothing more. All I did was speak confidently. He didn't really ask me any documents. In fact, I carried all my documents. My folder was this huge. I carried all my documents. He didn't ask me anything because I think I was really confident at that point, and I just answered very crisp, very confidently looked him straight in the eye and just answered, gave him his answers. And yeah, that was it. After that, he's like, please place your 4 fingers on the scanner. He scanned it and then he's like, congratulations, your visa is approved. And also, side note, he did have a small talk with me, and he also mentioned that my attire really went with my course, and he complimented me for that as well, which is a great thing, right? So that's why be well prepared, because they notice you. You might think you're not noticed, but they notice you. They notice each and every person, and that's when they ask questions, okay? So just be calm. Make sure your own answers don't contradict each other. Just be very chill. Talk to them normally. They're human beings at the end of the day, okay? Like, you're nice to them, they're nice to you. So go there, even though you have your mask on, give them a big smile, because when you smile, it's seen in your eyes, and your confidence is actually like, it's just seen in your eyes, okay? So just give them a big smile, just talk to them very politely, and yeah, that's it. Like, it's that simple. I was freaking out for no reason. Once I entered, I was absolutely fine. Even though 2 people ahead of me got rejected at the same counter, for me it was chill. And after that, I don't know what happened. He took my passport and that's it. However, I didn't get any green slip. He just said that he took my passport and he said that my visa is approved and I will get it in the next 2 working days. So that's it. My experience is that chill, that simple. Everybody actually were going through the same process. Some people were asked more questions. So it all depends on you. So if you start on a good note, it'll really end on a good note and a very smooth note. You will not have to break your head to answer. Please be honest with them. Just talk about proper finances. I had a CA certificate, and I would suggest you guys get a CA certificate as well, because that will give them, it's a summary of your finances, and especially if your family, financed, just have that with you. It is going to be a lifesaver, because in case they ask you for your documents, that one sheet can get you your visa. Analyze your officer. If he wants to listen to you, then add in few more points. But if he's very, if he's in a hurry and if he's just like cutting you off in between, then make your points very short and crisp and answer accordingly. So this was my experience, and these are the tips I've got to give you. Please let me know if there's anything else that I can help you out with. Either comment down below, or also you can just DM me on my Instagram, which ID will the ID of which I will pop it up here. So you can DM me on my Instagram, and yeah, that's my experience. All the best if you are trying for your visa as well. I'm telling you, just be confident, you will definitely get it. Go ahead and yeah, let's see you in the US if you're coming. Anyways, if this video helps you, don't forget to hit the like button, and also comment down below and tell me what do you think about it. What else? Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the tiny bell icon next to it so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you soon in my next video. Until then, stay safe and work hard. Bye bye. Hey, Macarena, Macarena, Macarena. Hey, put the chopper on the nigga, turn him to a sprinter.